I recently came across a very interesting way sound is being used in the medical world, and this time it's for heart health. Before we get started, I'd like to invite you to take advantage of a free resource I made for you. It's called the SoundHealth newsletter. In it, I share the latest research in music and health. Plus, you'll learn music and wellness exercises that you can use every day to feel your best. You'll also get discounts and first access to all of my products and events. Remember, it's completely free. Just come visit me at donovanhealth.com to get started today. That's donovanhealth.com. Hey there, this is Jim Donovan. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am glad you're here. I recently came across a very interesting way sound is being used in the medical world, and this time it's for heart health. For decades, people with coronary artery blockages had three options for treatment: medications, which are often riddled with side effects, especially statins. The second are stents, which may or may not be rejected by the body. Or third, coronary bypass surgery, which requires weeks of recovery time and is not cheap. Fortunately, a safer option is emerging thanks to one team of doctors in Flower Hill, New York. Dr. Richard Schlafmitz, chairman of cardiology at St. Francis Hospital, along with his colleagues, developed a cutting-edge technique to open blocked arteries using sound. Arterial blockages develop over decades as calcium deposits build up on artery walls. Eventually, these deposits harden your artery walls, a process known as atherosclerosis. And when your arteries are compromised, it puts your entire body at risk. So clearing calcium deposits before they can cause further damage is obviously a top priority. Unfortunately, due to the bone-like hardness of calcium deposits, that's notoriously challenging to do. To remove these obstructions, doctors typically perform an atherectomy, a procedure in which a miniature catheter containing either high-speed rotational blades, a grinder, or a laser is inserted into your blood vessels to break up the calcium deposits. The surgical procedure is typically low risk, but has been associated with complications such as tearing of the artery or plaque dislodging and clogging arteries in the lower leg. The groundbreaking new sound-based treatment, developed by Dr. Schlafmitz and his team, is a major departure from the standard procedures for clearing arterial calcium deposits. As I mentioned, it uses the simple power of sound, not aggressive blades, grinders, or lasers. It's called intravascular lithotripsy, and it uses energy from sonic pressure sound waves to obliterate plaque into dozens of microscopic particles, which then exit the body as waste. And even better, this sound-based treatment is less risky and essentially painless. Here's how it works. Doctors thread a catheter through a blood vessel in the leg to locate the blocked artery, just as they do with a standard atherectomy. At the end of the catheter is a tiny balloon containing a series of sound wave emitters. Doctors use a handheld device to open the balloon and deliver pulses of sound waves. The sound waves break the calcified blockages into thousands of minuscule pieces, all without damaging the surrounding tissue. Once the calcium is loose, it's cleared from the artery where the surgeons place a stent to allow blood to easily flow. While the technique is still in the research phase in the U.S., these sound wave catheters were recently approved for use in Europe and are currently being researched in Japan. The Japanese study plans to enroll nearly 400 participants in 50 hospitals worldwide to observe the efficacy of this technique for up to 2 years. I'll be sure to keep you updated as this groundbreaking work continues. In the meantime, until this is available in the U.S., there are other ways to use the power of sound to bolster your heart health and minimize your need for expensive drugs or risky surgeries. Decades of research have found that repetitious and rhythmic vocal sounds, like mantras or humming, stimulate your vagus nerve and trigger a relaxation response in the body. This response reduces inflammation, curtails stress, and regulates heart rate and blood pressure, all major factors that reduce heart disease risk. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite exercises to keep my heart health in check. I call it heart humming, and you can do it in a few easy, effective steps. Step number 1, I want you to use your index and middle finger and press down and hold the point directly in the center of your chest. It's about 4 finger widths up from the base of your breastbone. Use a gentle pressure. You should be able to feel it, but not to the point where you're feeling discomfort. This is an acupressure point that helps you to release anxiety. Secondly, I'd like you to tilt your chin down toward your chest. Now, if you get dizzy easily, it's better just to look straight ahead so you decide which way you'd like to do it. Unlike most of the vagal stimulation exercises I teach, for this one, you're going to relax your jaw and start off this exercise with your mouth open. This will help the sound healing vibrations drop lower into your chest cavity. We're going to vocalize the sound for an entire exhalation. When you reach the sound, your mouth should be closed and your back molars should be aligned so you can feel the vibrations reverberate through your head and upper body. Let's try one together. Breath in. Good. Again. And again. And let's do one more. Breath in. Now let's take a breath in and hold it. And then exhale slowly. Very good. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Sometimes people feel a little bit lighter after that exercise. Sometimes you feel like you can breathe a little bit easier and feel more relaxed. Notice how it affected you. That's it for today's show. Thanks again for spending time with me. If you want to hear more content like this, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us. Doing that helps us a lot. Remember to join us on our social media channels. You can search Jim Donovan Sound Health on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, before you go, I'd like to let you know about a free resource I made for you. It's called the Sound Health Newsletter. In it, I share the latest research in music and health in an easy-to-understand form. I also share beginner-friendly music and wellness exercises that you can use every day to feel your best. When you sign up, you also get discounts and first access to all of my Sound Health products and events. Remember, it's completely free. If you'd like it, just visit donovanhealth.com and enter your name and email address, and I'll start sending you new issues right away. While you're on the website, you can also read full transcripts of this show and check out a ton of other valuable resources. If you have any feedback, send me an email to feedback@donovanhealth.com. All the information presented on this show is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Lastly, come and visit me on our Sound Health Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channels. I'd love to see you there. The Sound Health Podcast is produced by OmniVista Health Learning and Donovan Health Solutions. For Sound Health, this is Jim Donovan. See you next time. Take care.